Hey y'all, welcome back to Lifeatyayas. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate all of your views on my last videos, my shorts that I posted over the last couple weeks. I appreciate you all. Here we are back at it at Home Depot. I cannot help myself. I love starting early in the morning before work, going to Home Depot or Lowe's, browsing, seeing what they have. This day I started about 6 a.m. Yes, I am one of those people that will sit in a parking lot with a coffee and wait until they open. So here I am. I'm just looking for some mums. Usually I like the ones that haven't opened yet. But as you can see, a lot of theirs, they were already bloomed, which I don't mind. That just water them every day or every other day and they'll be fine as long as you don't get a frost. I've noticed that when we do have a hard frost that they do not last as long. But again, thank you all so much for being here. We have a jam-packed video. Hubby and we went to Tractor Supply to try to find some deer resistant something. The deer, they are very aggressive. I will get into that later on in the video. But again, thank you all so much for being here. So as you can see, I grabbed all of their clearance mums that they had available. But here I'm just showing you the state of my ferns. I love putting ferns on my front porch. They do really well for some reason. I'm not sure why they look so sad right now. But I'm going to show you the price of these mums. They were originally $29.99. They were marked down at the time for $19.99. But again, they were on clearance because you can see this yellow one, how they're split. I don't mind that. You can put some type of plant string and, just pull them back together, or you can split the mum and have multiple pots. So I don't mind that at all, especially for the price. I'll show you guys what I paid for these mums in a moment. You will not believe $5.99 for both of the red and the yellow and the purple. They were all $5.99. The orange mums, they were $9.99, I do believe. So we're going to go ahead and clean this porch and we're going to decorate for fall. Do you guys remember in the spring when I filled these planters that are in front of the door with sand, and then I added the pool noodle to give the plant some height? The sand was perfect. After a storm, I didn't have to worry about going out, cleaning up dirt, and, because the plant stand had fell over. It was perfect. These did not move. So the plant noodles were a little gross, so I did take those out. But the sand, it was fine. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave that sand in there. And maybe for Christmas, we'll see how the sand, how it works. But I may just replace it before I add something in here for Christmas. But right now, this is perfect. That sand in the bottom of those planters worked. So if you are looking to, weigh your plant stands down, normally I use bricks. That was not good at all. They still tipped over just because of the amount of wind that we get. But the sand, again, was perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the ferns. They're pretty, but once they start dying, they do leave a mess. And as you can see, it was just a mess. And then if you come into our home, you're tracking all of that inside the house. Again, we don't wear shoes. People typically take their shoes off at the door, but there's a rug there, and I'm constantly vacuuming that rug inside the home. But out, I just had enough of it, and I just wanted to just get the ferns away from the front door. And plus, it's fall, so I wanted to just spruce up the place a little bit. To apologize for the lighting. This was right after work, so you can see it was getting a little dark, and I do apologize if the lighting is off. But here I am. I'm just trying to decide if I want to use the orange or the red. I'm not sure why that's coming off yellow on camera, but it is more orange in person. And there was there was nothing to say about it. The red absolutely won. I just like the fullness, and although it was split in the middle, it was fine to me. And there was actually like plant string inside, and I did pull those back together. This is just a noodle that I was talking about earlier that I just threw those away. I didn't need them because the mums were large enough just to hold their own inside the plant stand. But again, I do apologize for the lighting. This was after work, and I know you guys are wondering why I have on a raincoat. It was raining. It's been raining here for the last 5-6 days, so I just wanted to get it done. I've been putting it off. As you can see, I did put the mums on the porch, and then a week later I started to decorate. So this is the next day. I wanted to clean our door prior to me hanging our wreath. And if you guys remember, I purchased this last year from Big Lots, and I had just added a few picks just to make it look a little full. But I am going to show you what the outside looked like during the day. Look at the mums. You can't even tell that they had that big split in the middle. I mean, the one on the right, you could a little bit. So I may have to go in and adjust that a little bit more. But so if you guys look over to the left, you will see that there is a mesh gate. We have the gates that are plastic and wooden. When the grandkids are over, we'll put those up. And, when they leave, we'll take them down. We got this gate. Well, hubby found this gate on Amazon. I want to say it was maybe about $35. We were sitting in the family room, and we heard, how you just hear something, and I thought, oh, it's a cat or a raccoon, but it didn't sound like that. It was definitely something bigger, and then we could see movement. So we jumped up, we looked out the window, and there were 2 deer on our porch. This has never happened the entire time we have lived in this home. I am not sure why they are being as aggressive as they are, but that is why we are now at Tractor Supply. We need something to keep these deer out of our personal space. This was our first time in Tractor Supply, and they had everything. If you have animals, chickens, or horses, just small animals, hamsters, things like that. This is definitely your store. But we were on a mission to find something that would be dairy resistant for our yard. So again, if you need any type of supplies, if you have, a small farm, this would definitely be the place to go. I love stores like this. I felt like a kid in a candy store, although we were, there for one thing. I just wanted to see everything that they had. And I failed to mention they do have things for cats and dogs, and but here I just wanted to show you all the deer that we are trying to keep out of our yard. That was one set, and now here is another. They just walk through our yard, our neighbor's yard. They're on our hillside. Hubby did pick up a few things. Some things did work, but once it rained, it's back to, square one. So we're definitely going to have to think outside the box to try to keep these deer out of our personal space. I wanted to also show you the one that hubby had picked up for the deck. It's the same make and model as the one on the front porch. Two latches, one on the top, one on the bottom on the other side, and you just pull it over, and this one also locks. We are near the end of the video, and please do not mind those sad plants in the back. That will be in the next video. If you had watched my recent short, you noticed that I had received my fall scents from Grove Collaborative, my Mrs. Myers fall scents, and my favorite one is the fall leaves. The mum scent and the apple cider, they're a little heavy for me, so I gave those away to my kids. This was a small order. The auto sticks, that is something that I get every other month. Again, they're not really strong. And this fresh wave, that was new. Because this was a smaller order, I wanted to try some new things. And that fresh wave, that will definitely be in my order going forward. This was free. It was okay. Again, and with the facial moisturizer, it was okay. Will I buy it? Maybe not. I did pick up a good facial moisturizer that I've been using for a few weeks. I'll share that in my next video. But again, just to recap on my short, my favorite is the fall leaves. The Method wood cleaner, I've gotten that numerous times, and the tissue. So again, this was a smaller order of mine, but I definitely wanted to show you all. Can we now appreciate how they package and ship the the multi-surface cleaners? I love this because there has been sometimes where, the tops did come off in shipping. So I definitely appreciate that. So thank you, Grove Collaborative, Mrs. Myers, for definitely securing the bottles. But this fresh wave, that is definitely going to be on a repeat order of mine. I wanted to show you all the back, wanted to show you the ingredients. It's all clean ingredients. And again, it's not a heavy scented item. It's very light. But this, again, will be something that I will get either monthly or every other month. But we are nearing the end of the video. Shortly, I will show you my ride to work. It's quickly changing. The leaves are changing. They're falling. I'm not ready, but I am ready for fall. But I just want to say thank you all so much for hanging in there with me. And I'm coming up on my 1 year YouTube anniversary. It honestly feels like yesterday that I stepped out on faith and I started this journey. And there's a few takeaways that I want to share with you all in the next upcoming videos. But I would love to get to know you all in this community. So if you don't mind, if you don't feel like I'm invading your privacy, leave me a comment of your favorite vacation spot. And if you want to know me a little better, please leave me a question in the comments below. Before we end the video, I just want to say that if you were in the path of a recent storm, I am praying for you, and I'm sure that many of us in this community are praying that you will recover all that you have lost. So just know that we stand with you and we are praying for you. I will see you all in my next video.